Hello racing fans and a warm welcome to Trackside, proudly brought to you by World Sports Betting. Bet with the best, bet with WSB. I trust that you're well and you're obviously looking forward to this weekend's racing. What a weekend it promises to be. It's a feature race day at the Big T at Turfontein, featuring the Betway Summer Cup with a whole host of feature races. And we also have our first race meeting back in a while. We'll call it the unveiling of Hollywood Bets Kenilworth, and stage one of that unveiling, because they have lots more that they're going to be doing at that track in the future. But our main focus for this weekend will be at Turfontein. Of course, all those carryovers to look forward to, and that's the race meeting. We're going to have 4 horses to follow. We're going to give you a pick 6 guide, and we're going to give you a quartet guide for the main race, because that is where those carryovers come to. What are those carryovers, you may ask? Well, the pick 6 is 2 million carryover, estimated 10 million, and then the carryover to the quartet in the main race is 1 million, estimated 4 million. So let's get away we go with our 4 horses to follow, and we'll begin early in race number 4 over 1160. It's a New Turf Carriers Grade 3 Merchants, where I've gone for the horse that I think will be very hard to beat and a banker in the pick 6. His name is Main Defender, from the stable of Tony Peter, and he's had 6 career starts, 2 dates for 5 wins. The only time he tasted defeat was by the Equus champion juvenile called Sandringham Summit, and he's really showed his well-being as a 3-year-old. He came through in his first start, which was the Joburg Spring Challenge, and he pulverized the opposition, and there were some quality older horses in that race. The form line has held up well, with William Robertson coming through to have back-to-back wins. And then last time out, well, in the Graham Beck Stakes, it turned out to be a 2-horse race by the betting and on the form between himself and Sandringham Summit over that 1400 meter trip. And what you really like to compliment this individual for his heart, his guts, and his courage and his will to win, because it turned out to be a race between the two going into the final furlong. And he looked a beaten horse at one stage when Sandringham Summit moved up, but he fought on, and he fought on courageously, and he didn't want to hear about being defeated. Number 5, Main Defender. Good win from him there in that Graham Beck Stakes. Now he drops to 1160. Well, they haven't doubt the Johnson's work with in guns. I think it was the poor draw that they had dealt in the Johnson's work with in guns that swayed them to rather take this route than to let this horse climb Mount Everest from the draw and hope for luck in the running, etc., because he's a seriously talented horse. So they've given him a chance here. What looks to be a much weaker field. Of course, it's a different distance now because he's dropping in distance. It's an 1160, but I'd still feel his class will prevail here. I think he's a banker in the first leg of the Big 6, and hopefully punters can get off to a flying start if they go all in with number 5, Main Defender. Then we go on to race number 6, and it is Sandringham Summit. Well, he's the shortest price favorite on the card, and rightfully so. You just have a look at his rating and it tells a story. He tops the best weight of column at a 107. The next best is Purple Pitcher at a 98, and he is the Equus champion 2-year-old. His last start, as we spoke about when we talked about Main Defender in race number 4, the 2-horse race that materialized, he moved up smartly, and he was involved in that photo finish. It could have gone either way in that photo finish, but Main Defender put his head down on the line to deny number 1 Sandringham Summit. The plus for Main Defender on that day, that he had the benefit of having had the 1 run in the Joburg Spring Challenge, whereas this horse was having his first run back for the season, and his first run back as a 3-year-old. So the advantage fitness-wise was certainly in Main Defender's camp, and I think the more important factor of them all is the distance, because this horse, over 1400 meters, it is on the sharp side for him. He showed his class when he won the Premier's Champions Challenge over 1600 meters on Gold Cup Day, that as they go further, the stronger and better he'll be in races. So this 1600 meter trip is well clear in the best weighted column. He'll be very, very hard to oppose, and I see Kevin Larina has been engaged to ride him race 6, number 1, Sandringham Summit. And then we go on to the main event, which is race number 7, the Betway Summer Cup in Group 3 over 2,000 meters. I'm going to suggest to you to go each way on this horse, but for the Trackside Treble, I think we'll go places. But I certainly think he could be a value in the race, and the horse that I'm going for places in the Trackside Treble is number 9, Billy Bowlegs, Brett Crawford's runner. Now, he was a very good 3-year-old. You just have a look at his CV and it tells a story. He won the Grade 3C Cottage. He placed in the Group 1 Classic, finished third. He placed in the Group 1 SA Derby, he ran second. And he also placed in the Premier's Champions Challenge, he ran fourth. So he's group placed, he's won a group race, and after his run in the Hollywood Bets Durban July, he changed hands and he changed stables. He's had 2 runs now for the stable of Brett Crawford. His first start, he looked to be in serious need of that run and ran accordingly. And then last time out, wow, that was huge improvement. That was serious improvement, showing that he's now settled in to his new environment, climate conditions, etc. And he's starting to enjoy himself. He's still a colt, this horse, number 9, Billy Bowlegs, and that was a good run. Drawn 10 out of 13 runners, he ran close up. He actually moved up smartly that day, and he was only beaten a length and a half by Atticus Finch. He'll be cherry ripe, he'll be spot on, he'll be tuned to the second this time around, having his third run back, and with the services of Samanga Kumalo, who's got to know him at his last 2 starts. I think number 9, Billy Bowlegs, the places, he is going to be right there if he does not win it. So race 7, horse number 9, Billy Bowlegs. And then in the 8th race, which is the Racehorse Owners Association Stayers over 3,200 meters, you'll see in my pick 6 that I've included 3 runners. We'll come to that just now. But I like the look of one horse, but I can't give you all the confidence in the world, but I'm confident enough to include him in one of the Trackside Trebles, and that's number 2, Blackthorn, from the Mike de Kock stable with JP van der Merwe up. When you go through this horse's record and of his 6 wins, it's clear to see that he stays very well. He was the winner of the Gold Vase in 2022. He ran in the Gold Cup. He ran 4th behind Shangani. I'm just reading out some of his staying form lines. On the Durban Consolation back in July, he ran 4th to Crimson King. I thought that was a nice run. And then his last 2 starts, that's what's grabbed my attention, because the signs are there that he's ready to win again. 2nd to Afrat, good run. Well beaten, but 2nd to Zeus last time out. We know that Zeus runs in the Betway Summer Cup, and he's certainly not out of it there. So number 2, Blackthorn, he'll now be 100%, just having a look at the way they brought him along after his run on the 30th of July. He's had 2 runs, they've been excellent efforts. There are no stamina doubts. He needs things to go his way, and I'm hoping it does just that on Saturday. Race 8, horse number 2, Blackthorn. So, we've got the 4 horses. 2 trebles will be up on the World Sports Betting side. One of them is going to be a place on Billy Bowlegs, but I'm suggesting a place because I want to play it safe. But I suggest that if you had a look at Billy Bowlegs, and I just gave you a bit of confidence, is worth a punt on the head. So what are we doing now for the pick 6? So you can jot these numbers down. We're just going to run through the numbers, guys. This pick 6 begins at 13:20, race number 4, and this is how it's going to go. Leg 1, we're going to back cut a main defender. That's horse number 5. Leg number 2, I've got with a few runners in numerical order: 1, 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, and 12. 1, 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, and 12. Then we go on to our banker, which is Sandringham Summit, and I'm sure the majority will be taking that stance because he does look like he's very hard to oppose there. Then on to race number 7. Well, here I've included 2, 4, 6 runners in numerical order, and we'll call out their names. Number 1, Petro Manzano. Number 2, Cousin Casey. Number 3, Winchester Mansion. Number 5, Blessed My Stars. Then we go on to number 9, Billy Bowlegs, my choice in this year's Betway Summer Cup. And I'm including number 15, Zeus, as my nice roughie, if that has to arrive, because the horse is in excellent form and carrying 54 kgs. Then on to race number 8. Well, I like Blackthorn, but I mentioned when we spoke about Blackthorn that I'm going to include 3 runners there for the pick 6. 1 Nebraska, 2 Blackthorn, and the recent winner, number 4, Flying Bull. I say recent winner, notching up his 5th career win, but recently joined the stable of Tony Peter. So numbers 1, 2, and 4 there. And then the last leg, well, I'm going with my rule, and you know my rule. If it's more than half the field, it's going to be the field. How many runners go to post? 18 runners. So I've included 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the head, 9 runners. In numerical order, numbers 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 14, 15, and 16. And that perm will be up with the spend, as you can see, for, I'll calculate it and we'll put it up once we're all running. But I can quickly do that for you if you want. 2 times 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 times 2, 4, 6 will be 42. 42 times 3 will be 6, 12, 126. 126 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That will be 54, carry 5, 18, 23, carry 2. 1,134 Rand. 1,134 Rand is that full pick 6 there on the day. Then we go on to the quartet. We have to play the quartet. I'm going to give you a guide for that quartet in the main race, and this is the way I'm going to be playing it. I'm going to take my numbers for the pick 6 and include them for first and second. So they're going to be 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, and 15 by 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, and 15. And what we're going to be doing for third and fourth, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 15, and 17. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 15, and 17 for third and fourth. And if you multiply that out, that'll be 30 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's get that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 30 times 9, which will be 270. And 270 times 8, 56, carry 5. So that will be 216. 2,160 Rand or 216 Rand will give you 10%. So if you've got the pick 6 guide, you've got the quartet in the main race as a guide, 216 Rand for 10%, and you have the 4 to follow. That will be up on the World Sports Betting menu. I wish you well. In fact, I wish for racing well on what promises to be a tremendous day's racing. I wish all the sponsors well, especially the sponsor of the main event, Betway. All the best on Saturday, the 25th of November. Hopefully it turns out to be a very successful day at Turfontein. And to you, the valued racing fan, hopefully you have a wonderful day's racing. And as always, on behalf of World Sports Betting, thanks to all the punters, but more importantly and more especially, thanks to you, the valued customer. Have a blast, find all the winners, and hopefully it turns out to be a Betway Summer Cup of your dreams. Until we meet again, you take care. Salani Gosh.